Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Sausage, and I'm back with another video. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I mostly do reviews, and I'll do some gameplays here and there, some commentaries. But today, this one's more for the gamers. We had a Sony State of Play today. Well, by the time this is uploaded, it was technically yesterday. But we did have a State of Play. State of Play, if you don't know what that is, that's pretty much Sony's Nintendo Direct, or like their E3 kind of the month or of the year. And with that being said, E3 is kind of dead now. It's not really a thing that's going on anymore. A lot of these developers, a lot of these companies decided to take to doing their own live stream, pretty much their own event on their own time and on their own accord. So today Sony did something, and I thought it'd be interesting to, there were only a few things that they showed that are worth mentioning. So I thought it'd be fun to maybe go through maybe a trailer or two. We'll figure it out as we go. But I did want to say before we start everything off, I do appreciate everybody who's been subscribed and who's been hanging out, liking the videos, commenting and everything like that. I know we got a few new subscribers, so welcome to the Sausage group. I really appreciate everyone. Even if you don't subscribe and you're just here watching the video, I appreciate you sitting down, relaxing, and watching. I appreciate that very much. And I just wanted to get that out of the way and just say, hey, thank you guys very much for everything. And I do appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. And I'm hoping to get more content out for you guys, and spread it out a little bit, make something a little different here and there, something like this, you know what I mean? So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, depending on your sleep schedule. And let's get right into the video, guys. Thanks. All right, guys, so we're going to dive right into this. It's just an announcement trailer. I don't think there's gameplay. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'd be surprised if there is gameplay, but I am excited to see, what we're going to get. I'm assuming there's going to be some nostalgic set pieces from the first game or from Resident Evil 4 original. So let's just dive right into it. 24/23. Is that really the release date? Holy shit, that's close. It was really close. Ooh. Ooh, a little mariachi. Ooh, a little salsa dance in the Resident Evil 4 remake. I like it. I'm liking it. That better be the main theme of this game, that fucking mariachi sound.
Gondor Wonder Roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
Oh, babyface Leon. Is that Ashley we just saw? Is that Ada? No, that's Ashley. That's gotta be Ashley. She's got the orange stuff on.
Guess you, me. Picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
Hey, Lewis. Oh shit. Ada! The big cheese! Oh shit. That was a lot of stuff.
Our most sacred body. It begins now.
Sadler? Alright, sick. Yeah, that wasn't much, but it's an announcement. It's not bad. Is that it? Oh.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different.
Oh shit.
It has to.
Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So March 24th is the set date, huh? Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about the release date. I don't know how I feel about the look of it all. I'm not too sure. It definitely looked a lot darker. It looked a lot more like Resident Evil 2 Remake, where it's like really gritty and kind of scary. I'm weird, man. I'm in a weird boat because Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, is in my top 5. It's one of, I think it's one of the greatest video games ever made ever. So it's I'm kind of in between right now. Like I want a remake. I do. Like I wouldn't mind seeing like the new storyline, not new storyline, but the newer remake storylines, intertwine in with Resident Evil 4. I'm happy to see like they're continuing Leon, and they finally are putting all their eggs in one basket with Leon and moving on with the best character in Resident Evil. But I just don't know if it's necessary at the same time. I mean, it is for like a new generation of kids. You can only re-HDify Resident Evil 4 so many times before people want another one. I just don't know if it's too soon or if it's too late. I can't tell. Let's go back and look at a couple things I had a little bit of a question about, I guess. Or clearly they're continuing the story of it. The story is still the same. Leon is helping the president find his daughter, so that makes sense. I like that they kept Leon the same character model as Resident Evil 2, so it's not like a big time lapse happened. I'm sure this game probably takes place only a couple years after Resident Evil 2. In the original Resident Evil 4, Leon says that the Raccoon City incident happened in 1998, which was the release of Resident Evil 2, or when it released. So I think Resident Evil 4 came out in like, I'm going to say like 2005 or 2004. So, some time went by. But Leon looked a lot different in Resident Evil 4 compared to the shitty look that he had in Resident Evil 2. So I'm glad they're keeping with the same character model and it seems like it's the same voice too. Image of Ashley. That's definitely Ashley. She's running. I'm hoping that we get a chance to play as her more. I'm hoping she can actually defend herself in this game a little bit. Maybe we can give her a gun or a knife or something in this game. I doubt it. But this image here got me a little bit. I like how dark this looks, how creepy this looks. This kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, where you're going through the woods in the beginning, trying to find the cabin or whatever. I like this look. I like this creepy ass. It kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 1 when you're going through the forest. During the nighttime segment, or during like the I don't know, it's kind of the middle of the game, I'd say. But I like this. I also, it looks like he's walking and aiming at the same time, and I feel like that's what they want us to see. So that's really cool. That's a huge quality of life update for the Resident Evil games, is being able to walk and shoot and reload at the same time. That's something Resident Evil 4 really needed. I think it needed a little more mobility. But again, I love Resident Evil 4. I think it was fine the way it was. I just think, there's some quality of life stuff, and I think that they're doing that with this game. At least I hope they are. Here we got another image of Ashley. I'm thinking that there's going to be chapters we play as her. I'm hoping that we can play as her while Leon is looking for her. That'd be cool. My first thoughts when I saw this was, I like it. I like how the nostalgia factor of it all. I don't think the world is polished though. This is definitely still in early stages. Though it looks good for being in early stages. I also think the RE engine looks amazing. So I think the character models look really good. I just think there needs to be a little more polish, which that kind of tells me that it's not going to come out in March. I got a feeling that they got a lot on their plate right now when it comes to all these games. I'm not sure if this game is like the front runner for like what they're trying to get out. Is this like the big Resident Evil they're trying to get out? Because there's people that still want Village DLC, and there's people that want to see what happens in the next Resident Evil, and there's still like the Resident Evil the Resistance or whatever it is, where it's like multiplayer. There's so many things that they're still working on, Capcom, that I'm confused on whether this is going to be like they're dead set on March, or if it's like, if it has some room to be delayed. I didn't expect this game to get gameplay or like an in-depth look at the engine until like next year. I thought like March would be when we get an announcement for the game. I thought we'd get like an announcement trailer, like we'd see like the Resident Evil 4 symbol, and then that would be it. And then they'd say like next year, come back next year, and we'll see some more footage of the game or whatever. But we're actually getting some in-depth engine look to the game, which is cool. That tells me they've been working hard, I guess. But I'm not opposed to them delaying this game. I want it to be great. I want it to be perfect for the people that haven't played Resident Evil 4 before. I want them to enjoy this the same way I enjoyed this as a kid. So we'll see. This image is something that's instilled in a lot of people's minds. This is the OG Village. This is like where like the big beginning of the game happens. It looks a lot more claustrophobic, which is not a bad thing. I think it's better. I think when Resident Evil is more claustrophobic, it's better. I think when it's more open, it's just not as good. I like this area though. This looks very nostalgic to me. It's very similar to the original. I just think it's going to be kind of hectic, really. I think if they add some mobility to the characters, though, and they give you the chance to not only jump out of windows and stuff, but to be able to vault things without having to be so stiff when you're doing it, I think this could be a really fun arena. Like, definitely a fun arena. It's cool that they brought Luis back. He's a really fun side character for Leon and Ashley to, communicate with. His character wasn't the biggest character ever for a side character in Resident Evil, but he was a fun character to have around. He was a little bit of comic relief when it came to just how serious the game was trying to be. So it's cool that they brought him back, and it looks like they brought his signature weapon back too. Was this the Red 7? I don't remember what it was called. I didn't really use this one as much, but I know it's a fan favorite. It was more of a Punisher and Blacktail kind of guy when it came to pistols. And then right here we got Ada's sexy ass. It's really cool to see her return as well. You can't have a game with Leon without Ada, in my opinion. I'm hoping they do what they did with the original Resident Evil 4, and in the original Resident Evil 4 on PS2 and so on, not on GameCube, but on PS2 and so on, they had a mode where once you finish the game, you could play through as her. And it was short, but it was more of what she was doing the whole time Leon was doing what he was doing. And that's what I'm kind of hoping for in this game. I'm hoping they have multiple scenarios almost, kind of how they did with Resident Evil 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, excuse me. I'm hoping there's a Ada scenario and a Leon scenario and an Ashley scenario. So there's just more to play, I'm hoping. But I hope it doesn't take away from what the original game is. We got the big cheese here. I'm excited. I really like the setting of this game. That's one thing I definitely noticed my first time watching that trailer, was that I love the Resident Evil 2 claustrophobic vibes mixed in with the Resident Evil 7 and 8 kind of just gritty, creepy. Just the floorboards are really, really dingy, and the walls are really just ugly, and I like that a lot. And that's one thing Resident Evil's always been about, is the setting. It's always been really good at it, and it looks like they're doing a great job with it. Just needs some polish. So I was hoping we'd see Salazar, the little Captain Crunch fucker. He was a pretty annoying bad guy, pretty big in the game. This is our main bad guy though, Sadler. He's the one that's behind everything pretty much, and I thought the voice actor was fantastic for him too in the first game. I was hoping they'd bring him back, but unfortunately they didn't. But that's okay, it's a reimagining. He looks really cool though, just from what we've seen. And then we got our title card. I mean, I'm cool with it. So another example to me of, I can tell this game's not polished. The rocks look kind of shitty. And I'm just nitpicking here. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or a Debbie Downer or a Ronnie Renegade here, but there are things about this that need to be fixed. Little polished things that they need to go through. Like, for instance, when he's walking right here, he doesn't really ruffle the shrubs too much. You can see the dirt coming up a little bit on his feet, which is a good detail, but I would like to see these things move a little more, especially for an announcement cinematic kind of trailer. Obviously, though, I'm nitpicking a little bit here because the game is still probably in alpha phase, if even that. It looks good for where it's at, though. I kind of hope that they polish. After that, we get the March 24th title card, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite games. Like I said, I'm excited to see a remake. It was kind of the same way I felt about Resident Evil 7 Remake, where I was kind of just like, man, well, Resident Evil or Final Fantasy 7 is already one of the best games I've ever played, so I don't need a remake. But when I played it, I was like, oh, I like this a lot. It's really good. They did a really good job. So I'm thinking it's gonna be the same exact way for this one. Resident Evil 2's remake was absolutely fantastic. 3 wasn't as good, but I thought 2 was absolutely amazing. I thought it was a great game. That's probably my favorite Resident Evil as of right now, besides the OG Resident Evil 4. I think this will be good. I got a feeling though it's gonna get delayed until probably September of the same year, and if it does, I don't think we should be upset about that. Too many games are coming out right now that are half made and half polished, and I think this one deserves the full treatment, and it looks like that's what we're gonna get. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this one. It wasn't the biggest trailer in the world, but it was a good announcement trailer. It showed off a little bit of in-game footage. I think it's pretty much exactly what I thought it would be. It's pretty much a reimagining, like they said. I didn't see anything that I'm opposed to at all. Though I do want some polish. I'm sure we'll see that in the coming months. I'm sure we'll get some gameplay as well in the next few months. If not, maybe like end of the year. I'm excited for this though. I think it's cool. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it though. I know there's a lot of Resident Evil fans out there, and I know there's a lot of Resident Evil 4 fans out there just like I am. I want to know what your guys' opinions are though. If you know, do you think this is a necessary remake? I like that it's like tying in with the remakes stories. I enjoy that, or like the story of the remakes. I enjoy that quite a bit. So I like that they brought the character model of Leon from Resident Evil 2 to this game. I like that. I like it a lot. And I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think. I appreciate everybody who watched the video though, and people who subscribed. I appreciate you all, and hope you all have a wonderful day and or night. It just depends on your sleep schedule. Have a good one, guys.